Hi friends, today I am showing how to draw the kidneys in exams. As we all know, kidneys are the pair of respiratory organs situated on the posterior abdominal wall on either side of the vertebral column. And then if you see the functions of the kidneys, main function of the kidney is formation of urine along with the maintenance of pH of blood. And then if you see the location of the kidneys, they are pair of kidneys, right and left. They are located in the epigastric, hypochondric, lumbar and umbilical regions. And if you see, the right kidney is slightly lower than the left kidney, whereas comparatively left kidney is near to the median plane than the right kidney. And then if you see the shape of the kidney, these are bean shaped, they are reddish brown in color. And if you see the size of the kidneys, 11 centimeters length, 6 centimeters broad, 3 centimeters thin. If you see the left kidney is little longer and narrower than the right kidney. And if you see the weight of the kidney, this right kidney in males, the weight of the kidney is 150 grams, whereas comparatively in females, the weight of the kidney is 135 grams. And it is having upper pole, lower pole, medial and lateral borders, anterior and posterior surface. And if you see the anterior surface of the kidney, it is lobulated. In fetus, the kidney is having so many lobules, nothing but 12 lobules will be there. At the time of birth, these lobules will fuse and it forms a flat surface. But we can feel the surface, but we'll see the persistence of this lobules on the anterior surface. We can feel that lobulations. And then if you see the borders, the lateral border is convex, whereas the medial border, in its middle it is concave, having a hilum. In that hilum, we'll see some structures from anterior to posterior. Those are nothing but VAP structures, vein, artery and renal pelvis. This renal pelvis downwards continues as the ureter. These are the ureters. See, that is the upper pole. Upper poles are nearer to the median plane than the lower poles. There is a lateral border which is convex. There is the anterior surface having somewhat lobulations will be there. That is the ureter, and that is the medial border, having a concave depression in its middle. That is the hilum of the kidney, which continues downwards as the ureter. Now we'll see the coverings of the kidney. If you see the coverings of the kidney, first the kidney is covered by the fibrous capsule. This fibrous capsule is very thin. See, that is the coverings of the kidney. This fibrous capsule is usually it is a thin membrane, and it invests the kidneys. In normal conditions, it can't be stripped off, but in any abnormal conditions, it is tough and completely adherent to that kidney. That is a fibrous capsule. In that situations, in any abnormal conditions, it cannot, this fibrous capsule usually it is thin. In the abnormal conditions, it can't be stripped off. And then after fibrous capsule, we'll see the perirenal fat. Perirenal fat is nothing but here, after lining of the fibrous capsule, immediately we'll see a layer of adipose tissue which surrounds that fibrous capsule. Usually it is thickest at the borders. Comparatively, on the surfaces, it was thickest at the borders. And then if you see after that, first fibrous capsule, next perirenal fat, and next renal fascia. Third one is a renal fascia. From inside to outside we are seeing fibrous capsule, perirenal fat or perinephric fat, after that renal fascia. So here, those are the vertebra. See, this is the costodiaphragmatic pleura, that green dots. And that round circles are nothing but 11th and 12th ribs. And see, that is the underneath the diaphragm. I am drawing with dots orange color, that is a diaphragmatic fascia. Diaphragmatic fascia. See, this renal fascia will have two layers, anterior layer and posterior layer. Anterior layer we call it as this one fascia of Zerotta. Posterior layer, see, that is the kidney, suprarenal gland. Suprarenal gland with anterior and posterior layers of renal fascia. Anterior layer is known as fascia of Zerotta. Posterior layer is known as fascia of Zuckerkandl. See, in the earlier days, usually what they'll say means both these, if you see on the upper pole, both anterior and posterior layer, they fuse after about the suprarenal gland and fuse with the diaphragmatic fascia. Usually in earlier days they'll think like that, but in recent studies, some studies they shown that about the suprarenal gland, this suprarenal space is open, and on the right side it continues with the bare area of the liver, where on the left side it continues with the extra peritoneal subphrenic spaces of extra peritoneal space of left lobe of liver. See, what I am drawing is this one, paranephric fat, which is mostly abundant on the posterior layer of the renal fascia. Particularly in its lower pole, it was abundant. And on the paravertebral gutter, it was more in the paravertebral gutter, that yellow colored part. That is a paranephric fat. So in these recent studies, they shown that this this upper pole, these two layers at the upper pole, they'll at the region of upper pole on the right side, right of the kidney, it attaches to the inferior layer of coronary ligament and bare area of the liver, whereas for the left lobe at the upper pole, it attaches to the gastrophrenic ligament. These are the iliohypogastric, ilioinguinal nerve. Above those are subcostal vessels and nerves. That is 11th, 12th rib, and this is the iliac crest. That is the quadratus lumborum. These are the muscles which forms the posterior abdominal wall. This is the costodiaphragmatic pleura. So on the above, this renal fascia will continues like that, whereas the laterally it continues as the conal fascia. Medially it continues, the anterior layer will continues to the opposite layer of the kidney, whereas the posteriorly on either side, right and left, posterior layers of renal fascia, they will attach it to the vertebra. Inferiorly it continues as a iliacus fascia. That is the course of the renal fascia. Above on the right side, left side, above on the right side, bare area of the liver and coronary, inferior layer of coronary ligament, on the left side gastrophrenic ligament, below iliacus fascia, laterally conal fascia, in front anterior layer continues on either side with the opposite side of the renal fascia. Posteriorly, the renal fascia will attaches to the vertebra. That is the course of renal fascia. That is a diaphragmatic fascia. This is the fascia of Zerotta, anterior layer of the renal fascia. This is the fascia of Zuckerkandl, that is the posterior layer of renal fascia. That is the fibrous capsule. It is thin and it can be easily stripped off. That is a perinephric fat, which is a layer of adipose tissue surrounds this fibrous capsule. So these are the coverings from inside to outside: fibrous capsule, perinephric fat, renal fascia, paranephric fat. These are the subcostal vessels and nerves. Iliohypogastric. This is the ilioinguinal. Ilioinguinal nerve and iliohypogastric nerve.